Hi. After you have chosen a tutor from the tutor list on the Learning Center's website and you've emailed the tutor and the two of you arranged a date and a time to meet in WebEx, your tutor will send you an invitation for this meeting, and this will come to your email. So it's going to look something like this. If you scroll up to the top here, it'll say WebEx meeting invitation, and your tutor might have given it a specific name. You don't really need to RSVP to the event. If you scroll all the way down towards the bottom, you'll see a link that says Join Meeting. You'll also see the meeting password in case you need it. You might just want to copy and paste that, or copy it. And then just click Join Meeting at the prearranged time. If you try to join it before the prearranged time, your tutor might not be there yet, and you have to wait until the host has started the meeting. So you'll want to wait until your prearranged time. Okay, so before you actually join the meeting, these are your buttons for your audio and your video. So you can actually turn your video off if you would prefer not to be seen, or you can leave it on. Okay, so you'll see it's in red if it's off. That's fine. Or if you want to see your tutor and they want to see you, you can turn your video on. Audio, however, you'll want to make sure this isn't muted, because you definitely need to be able to hear each other. So if it's in the red, it'll say you're muted, and then just make sure that it says you're unmuted, and then you're ready to go. So when you've got that done, click Join Meeting. And you'll see that your host is going to already be in there. And this host is right here. Give it just a minute as it spools forward. And if you have low bandwidth or your internet connection is a little slow, you might not be able to get video, but you'll want to definitely make sure that you can hear your tutor. So let's check that out right now, and we'll let our tutor say hi.
Hi, I'm your tutor.
All right, so as long as you can hear them, it's not really a big deal if you can't see them. Hearing is pretty important though. And so the next thing I want to show you is, let's move ourselves a little bit here. Down here at the bottom of the screen, there's all kinds of things you can do. We've already talked about the microphone and the video. You can also share your content. So if you click that, you can actually share a screen. So if you go onto the internet and maybe you want to go to your Canvas course, or if you have a Word document or a PowerPoint up from your professor or something like that, you can always just shrink your meeting, minimize it, and then go to wherever you need to go. I'll just put in Khan Academy for now so I can show you how this works. Let's say you want to watch a video together with your tutor. You can certainly do that. We'll just click on geometry here really quickly. We'll learn all about the father of geometry here. So once you have that up, you could pause it and then go back to your meeting. And if you go down here to share content and go to your screen, there we go. So you want to make sure your tutor can see it as well. So Miss Madeline Tutor, can you see that I'm sharing the Father of Geometry video? Okay.
Yes.
So you can play it together.
The laws of nature are but the mathematical thoughts of God.
Okay, we'll just leave that there. And this comes in really handy if you want to share your Canvas course site with your tutor, or if you have an assignment up as a Word document or a PowerPoint or whatever, you can share that with your tutor as well. And your tutor can share things with you too. To stop sharing your screen, you'll see that orange button at the top. You mouse over it and just click Stop Sharing, and voila, it will stop sharing. One more thing I want to show you is that under that share content, you can also do a whiteboard. So you'll see down here where it says new whiteboard. This comes in really handy, especially for math and chemistry people. There's a pen and a pencil feature. The pen is kind of a fat line and the pencil is thinner. So if you need to represent anything like an equation or something like that, it's a little bit cumbersome. If you have a touch screen, it's a little bit nicer. But you are able to share that whiteboard together. Okay. One other thing I want to show you is the chat feature. That's this little bubble right here, and that opens a chat here. So if you start having audio problems, you can always chat with your tutor. And that's not an ideal way to communicate, but it'll work. You can choose everyone, or you can just choose your tutor's name. And everything appears right here in the chat area. All right, so there's lots of other features you can play around with. Feel free to talk to your tutor about those and kind of play around with it together. If you can't connect, then we've already instructed our tutors to email you immediately, ASAP, if they notice maybe it's 5 minutes after the start of the meeting time and you haven't arrived. They're going to check their email. So email your tutor and say, hey, I can't connect, or I'm having a lot of problems. You can either reschedule your tutoring session, or you can move to a different platform like Skype or FaceTime or Google Hangouts or something like that. And if you are having technology problems, there are tons of WebEx tutorial videos out there. You can just Google those, and you can always call Ball State's Computing Services for help as well. So hopefully this will allow you to have a good experience with your tutor during this challenging online time during our closure. And if you have any questions, please email the Learning Center Director. That's me. And my email is Haley, Haley, @bsu.edu. Thanks, everybody.